All right, everybody, welcome back. We're jumping right in today. Got a good one for you. This is Battle of the Pool YouTubers, we'll say. So I was getting to know Jordan. First time meeting Jordan, first time playing against Jordan. And it turns out Jordan has his own YouTube channel as well. Does a lot of really cool run out commentaries, trick shots, kind of stylish stuff. Most of his videos, if not all of his videos, actually take place at this venue here. It's featured in my video today. So I'm going to give him creds down in the description there. You should definitely go check out his channel if you've not seen it before. There's really, really cool stuff on there. But yeah, first time playing against him today. He took the lag and decided to go with 8-ball. And so the skill level matchups are even based on APA. I will say I'm working on getting my 9-ball ranking up. I want to be a 9. So I'm playing in that normal league, and we all know 9-ball. You know, there's a lot of kind of crazy swings to it, but I think we'll get there. I'm gunning for it. Jordan's a really solid player, though. So having come in not really knowing him and knowing his game, it was going in blind, basically. But looking back on the match now and then having found his channel after the fact, it was pretty cool to see. So yeah, I take the break, as I usually like to do. Just keep control of the table here. Pretty good break. Got kicked, but cue ball position was good. Probably saw that pop off after the break, and cue ball was going to land kind of in here. But it is dry, and so let Jordan to the table. Reasonably open layout. I do like solids here, so I like the choice to go with solids. Float over for the 4, maybe. And I don't know if Jordan had been playing. I think I saw him playing before this match, so I don't think he's coming in completely cold here. Nice thin touch on the 4. I think we've got shape on the 3. Yeah, solids are looking pretty good here. We'll just have to get up to the 1 and make his way back down. Maybe he didn't have the 3. It's okay. Went for the 6. Did not work out for him. I think he was trying to get up onto the 1 ball with that one. So my 14 and 10 are clustered. That's going to need some work. I don't think I have a look at the 12. At this point, this is my 3rd match of the day, and if you saw the previous 2 videos, you'll know that I was coming in feeling pretty strong, feeling pretty confident. This one, let me pull up the weekly matchup. So this is the week 14 match. You'll see that. I'll put that in the title. But we had a bunch of matches to play that day, a bunch of makeups to get through, and I had been playing a bunch and feeling pretty good, so working on trusting that automatic process. I guess I do have a look at the 12. Probably try for the breakout here. Nice. Good touch. Do the YouTube stuff. Helps out a lot. You all know what to do. YouTube reminds me when I look at my analytics how many people watching my videos are subscribed and not subscribed. And I'm guilty of it too. I do it with all the YouTube stuff that I watch. I'll get on videos and don't always subscribe. I just kind of lurk in there. So if you're a lurker, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna fault you for that or shame you for that. I do the same thing. That being said, if you want to be notified right away, subscribing helps. And then if you want to help grow the channel, subscribing is the way to go. So good one there. I don't know what the positional attempt was with that. Maybe to come back down to bust up the 15 and 11. It's not entirely necessary in this case. So kind of a weird choice. Maybe overly aggressive. Still trying to kind of find that balance. So sizing up on the 9-ball. Could have considered a defense now looking at it. Maybe just play the 13 onto the 3. Leave the cue ball down here. Would have been a pretty safe bet. But I go offensive here. All attack in this first game. And I try to run the 9 up the rail. Which is a very makeable shot, but I overcut it. Missed that one pretty bad. Leave an open table again. I think the 1 will go in off the 9, even though the 9's hanging in the pocket. So he goes to check that out and grab his chalk. Maybe nudge the 8 here, try to get shape on the 2 or the 6 on the side. Oh, he was straighter on it than it appeared, so he was able to roll straight through. Hard to tell. It doesn't, the way the line looks here between the 11 and the 8, I don't know if the 8 actually goes here. So he's waiting for the person on the left here. So he can roll through this 3 ball, get down below the 6, or play the 6 in the top left corner maybe, unless he's going into the rail. Okay, he went back. That works. 2 goes in the side, 6 goes in the side. Still got to fix your 1 and then come back down table. He's going to get pretty straight on this 1 ball. Some room to work with. 1 going off the 9. Oh, he gets punished. Jeez, I remember that one. He would have had some kind of shape on the 2. I don't know about his line from the 2 to the 8, but that's just unfortunate. Getting rolled behind the 13 here. He's stretching for a long kick at the 2. His line looked okay, his aim looked okay, but I think he had some unintentional spin on it, probably just from stretching. All right, how do we feel about this one, guys? Ball in hand, pretty open table. Clear out the cluster. Get the 11 out first. 15 or the 9 or the 14 from here, so just keeping my options open. $15 or the 14. 13 could make a good keep all. It's below the 8, so you could play into that bottom short rail, or you could get down below the 13 and roll up from either side. So you have cue balls down here. You could draw up off the 13 or roll through. If you're on this side of the 13, play into it and draw back, or go into the rail and come back up. So just a bit of a snip draw there on the 14, pulling back for the 13. Angle's a little steeper on the 13 than I would have liked. You can roll through this one. Decided to skim into them. Kind of risky. Could end up poorly. But I think we were just trusting it here. Very aggressive. I think it's good to experiment with that, though, right? If you tend to be a little more tentative, a little more defensive. Experiment with that sometimes and go more aggressive. See where your comfort zone is. There's also that interplay between your aggressiveness and your opponent's, right? So you kind of taking the lead. Nice shot there, center pocket. Guaranteed shape on the 8 there, nothing to worry about. But yeah, so you're playing more aggressive. Does that intimidate your opponent? Does that throw them off? If you're playing more defensive and they like to be more aggressive, does that throw them off? You know, takes their rhythm down. Nice. Good little fist bump. I like that. You know, I like the sportsmanship, kind of celebrating your opponent too, and rooting for them. Another good break. Not quite center table, but using that head ball break was working out here. Dry again, though, it appears. So my cue ball is really good, but I'm not making a ball. I'm usually trying to make the head ball on the opposite side. So breaking from the top left as we look at it, I'm looking to make that head ball in the right hand side pocket. He's reaching for the bridge here. Early in the rack, not a ton of options despite opening things up, but he's, yeah, got easy access to the 15. Stay down there for the 12. No terrible problems here. 14 goes, the 10 goes up top, maybe a little tougher to shape the 10. The 11 gets you there. I think he's just trying to settle into his pace here. Nice, just kind of float around the 9. It's got options here too, so the 9 still goes. The 13, you could pick that off, but shape off the 13 is not as great. Natural kind of stop shot. Might have wanted to pinch that a little bit more so we don't have to roll into the 8, but he's still okay. The 10's still a little tricky, right? You want to try to clean out that top half of the table. He's got some thinking to do. Maybe he's going to roll through the 8 ball. Yeah, he hasn't decided. Changed his mind. Back to the 10, so we're maybe shaping the 14 or back to the 11, so he's shaping the 10 or the 14. Could play the 10 from here. He's got a good line on the 14, but nothing really lines up on the 13. Starting to shoot himself into a corner, it seems. He's going to draw off this to get to the 10. I'd be tempted to go 10 into here and then 14 down for the 13. Okay, tried to get to the 10 and got lucky because he's still got the cut angle on the 13, but here shape is tough on the 10. It's gonna be a difficult place to be in your game. I do this all the time where I'm just trying to get out and then, whoa, big shot there. He tried for the 13 long bank. New shape was gonna be a little bit better on the 10 ball. You see this rolling off? Look at that 13. Jeez, rewind that and look at that again. That's wild. That just tightened up. I mean, I don't think he hit it in such a way that he was going to make it like guaranteed. But when it started to slow roll, you could see the 13 really curve off. We saw that in my last game too. Tables need some attention. But we all know that, right? Bar League, even Masters League, it is what it is. I got to fix my 1 ball. Got an open look at the 3, the 2, and the 4. I immediately solve my problem, right? So I take a bit of a tougher shot on the 3, floats over for the 1. Things are going to get a lot simpler from here. Nice. Good pocket speed on that 1 ball. We're in pretty good line here. 2 keeps us right where we want to be. You can roll this in, trusting the speed of the table a little bit, which as we've seen is not the greatest, or you can sort of float through. Yeah, just kind of float down, that's fine. Got our angle on the 6. I thought it was going to end up a little straighter than that, but we have a good angle, workable angle on the 6. Snip back for the 5, roll through for the 7. I think I like that line, kind of rolling up 7 or the 4 as options. 7 makes a better key ball to the 8. Pulled back a touch, which I don't know if that was really the intention there. But we're still okay on the 4. Still okay on the 7. And usually, again, early stages here in matches, you want to take easier shots when they're available, get into stroke, find that rhythm. Overcut that ball, man. Come on. Yeah, silly. I give him a wave because that's gross. The big miss. I guess maybe I was trying to hold it for the 5. Yeah, there's no reason to miss that ball. Trying to hold it probably for the 5. I leave him in a really bad spot hooked behind the 8 here. Kind of hoping he gets a good hit. I don't remember all the details of this match. He gets a hit and a rail. So it worked out. Could have been worse. Looked a little snatchy on his stroke, though, like he was maybe not fully confident in the hit. In fairness, I mean, it's a tough hit from back there. So thin off the 7, roll up for the 4. The 4 takes us right down to the 5. I like this play because you end up below the 4. You're going to have plenty of options for getting back down on the 5. Don't want to try to hold that off the 7 ball for the 5. Good natural lines here. Maybe straight enough stop shot, play the 8 in the side, or confident. I think I go confident here and draw back. Still trying to feel out the speed of the table. Yeah, draw. See how it died off that rail? I think that's why I went for it, because I wanted to get a feel for it. Had pretty good pace coming off the 5 with that draw stroke. All right, puts us up another game. Caught a roll on that. It was silly. I should have been out and then punished him unnecessarily for a bad shot. I switched my break here, which is interesting. Maybe just because I wasn't making a ball. Okay. So it worked out better. I mean, check this out. Look at the spread. The cue ball control was great. Flirted with the side pocket a little bit, so I think maybe not digging down into the cue ball quite as much for the next break shot. But this one's looking pretty good. Taking the open shot on the 4 ball here. And you can roll through this one. I did a bit of a force follow there. I think the intention was to ensure that I was going to get back to center table. Got a good cut line on the 2. The 6 is open here. Hard to tell if I have the cut on the 1 or not. I don't think I was perfectly centered on the table for this camera angle. But cut on the 2 takes us over to the 6. The 6 ball works, and you can get down below the 2. Play the 2 in the side or the corner. Yeah, I think the 6, probably just hold it. Oh, I went crazy back up here. Trying to get a hit on the 5, it looked like. Wanted to nudge that 5 into a better position. This is going to work out okay, though. We've got the 1 and the 7. I have to look at the 5 ball here. The 5 does go down. This, I think the idea, I'm seeing it now. The idea is, you know, the window for the 5 to play it in this corner is mostly blocked by the 14. So the hope was off the 6 to come up here. It's a low percentage shot. I don't like it now looking at it, but made the attempt and I got through there and negotiated it pretty well. But now the consideration is you have a pretty open window to play the 5 down here, but you want to be on this side of the 5 so that you can float back out for the 2 once you're done. So get good on the 7 to bring you towards the 5. That's going to work. And snip it back down into here. Good stroke. They're dying on the rail. I have just enough of an angle to work with, and you can take advantage of the rail here. So making contact anywhere up here, it's still going to go. You want the cue ball to punch off the 5 enough to get an angle on the 2. This zone for the 2 is going to be good to bring you towards the 8. Yeah, see, I took advantage of that slide, played it into the rail here, and now I have a really nice line on the 2 ball, drift over for the 8. Look at my line for the 8. Decided to go into the rail, which is fine. Then you can let the stroke out a little bit. But you probably could have just held that without coming over to the rail. I like this play, though. hit the 2 with authority. All right, that one's well played. I think probably the only thing I didn't like about that out, little break and run piece there, was the 6 trying to come up and hit the 5. I think that was overly sloppy. A break and run and then you get punished with a scratch on the break. How often does that happen? It's funny. But yeah, it breaks up my rhythm a little bit, but that's fine. I mean, we're up 3. So in Masters format, if you scratch on the break, it is in the kitchen. You have to do shoot. You do chef to shoot from behind the head string. He opens up with solids here. Good choice to get rid of that 1 ball first. You can get in behind the 6 here to clean up that cluster. Maybe the 6 goes, unless he has to consider the combo. Six goes, cleans up the 7. This is looking pretty good. Yeah, I would take 4 to the 7 to the 5. 5 to the 3 could be a little touchy. Stop shot here for the 5. Or you can pull back out, get yourself more of an angle on the 5. For somebody else again. Might be breaking up his rhythm. It's hard to wait. You're getting into that flow. He's got to shape this 3 ball. It's touchy. Changing tip positions a lot. Force follow with spin there. Got him up table. He's got a cut. Cut's available. It's thin. He might end up going into the 10. Come back around table. But his pace is looking good. Decisions are good. Yeah, full into the 10. Okay. Clutch up on this 8 ball. No risk of a scratch. You just want to go smooth through this one. Oh, man. It's tough, guys. You clear out the table, you leave your opponent open. He was getting out though. I mean, that game was his. That long cut on the 8, those are tough. Stroke speed was good though, right? He wasn't trusting the roll on the table. Not like he slow rolled it in. The 14 and the 12 is a little weird here. And you might be tempted to clean those up first. 15 is your most available shot, but still nothing easy. Make the 15, it takes you towards the 9, 10, 13. Let's just open with this, kind of just glide over. Yep, good shot there. Just grazes the 13, so we've got to look at the 10. We still have to figure out the 14, 12. Shape the 13 here. Bounce back out. Good angle on the 13. We've got the 9, so, here you could float over, get down past the 8, or come off the 9 this way and back over. The 14 and the 12 could work as sort of a key ball situation to get you on the 8 because they're down there and close to it. Okay, so yeah, 13 makes sense. Let's finish up that side of the table. Get on the 9. Back cut on the 9, which looks good. Now we should be able to float over. I'm looking at using the rail, which is great. I like using that rail to come into the line of the shot. I think I second guess my position though, as to how I'm coming down onto those. Yeah, so I overplayed the draw. We needed to kind of float down And with the draw, it came off the 9 and pulled back up. $14 goes, but overplayed that 12. So kind of it was a bad decision there to play the 14 that way. Could have gone safe, I guess. I don't know if we could have gone thin off the 12 and put him down under the 14. But at this point, you got to try to get out. I think probably the play was to shoot the 12. Angle was pretty steep. Yeah, I just put myself in a bad spot after the 9 ball to get down on the 12-14. So the 12 goes. I mean, you could shoot it inside. I opt for a safe here. Great distance. Yeah, just dare him to get out. Not the best. Yeah, makes sense. Definitely go for this bank. Goes for him. Nice. Good one. Yeah, I had my chance on that one. Would have gone up another game. Try break. So this is a tricky clustered rack. You'd be tempted to take stripes. You have to solve the 15-14. 12 and the 9 down here are okay. Claiming solids is tough. One ball's a scratch shot if you try to play it in the corner. Yeah, so we claim stripes here. Just need to have a good plan for the 15-14 situation. So the 14 goes down here. I don't think the 15 goes in that corner. But once you make the 14, the 15 can go over here. That's what I'm looking at. Maybe the 15 goes. So I'm looking at this window for position to solve that problem. We want to get good on this 13, get down into that window, choose my spot. So I had looked at it before this shot, but you look at it again once you're actually on the shot. The other thing is the 8's not in a great spot either, right? Even if you do clear all the stripes. This might have been one of those racks where considering a defense, play shape for defense would have been a better decision. But I'm trying to get out all the time. Bit of a stun draw there. That roll didn't look too bad on this table. I think it kind of just rolls off up here and maybe down here too. 14 cuts in the side. Yeah, maybe the 15 goes in the corner. Definitely does. Okay, was trying to nudge the 8, which is good. The decision was good. The attempt was good. Didn't quite get where we need to be, though. So now, right where the cue ball is would be the position to play the 8 in the side. Getting back around there could be touchy. The 12 might be able to get you there, but that's really hard to control. Luckily, we have an open shot on the 14 to get us out of this spot right now. Yeah, starting to shoot myself into a corner this way. So you got to make good position to get on the next ball from here. Okay, I do have a line on the 9, which is nice. I can try to hit the 8 from the 9, which I did, and I hit it. And I put it right back where it was. That's wild. I remember laughing at that one being at the table too. That'll make a good short. Keep an eye out for that. When you get the breakout and you just put it exactly, almost exactly right back where it was. Well, I don't have a look at the 12. I have a line on the 14. So you make the 14 and try to get down here for the 12 to where you make it and float up past the 3. Punch down. We're above the 12. Not ideal, but maybe with, yeah, maybe with inside. You're playing the 12. Cue ball dives in here. High inside, you play into the 6. I guess the other consideration is you don't try for the breakout, leave the cue ball back here, and then you've got your cross side bank. You gotta try to get out now. I guess you could push the 12 in front of the 4. But he's got all sorts of ways to get ball in hand if you just leave a ball in the pocket. I'm going outside, so I'm not trying to get the hit. Yeah, I played shape for the cross-side bank. I went way too far, though. You'd really want to be down below the 8. This is still makeable. You got to cut the 8 just a little bit. Maybe play spin if you feel comfortable with that. But this ball goes. All right, that's a good habit there. Just check my cut. Not super natural to play it this way. You're automatically cueing high because you're off the rail. High outside. Oh, just caught the point. It was pretty close. Pretty close. He's got to just go for ball in hand here. Yeah, just put me in the mess. It's a good play. I think there... He doesn't know my game. He's never played me before, so he doesn't know I can jump. So yeah, I'm going to grab the jump cue. This is a makeable shot. So I would look at cutting this in. I can jump the 6-3 and cut the 8. So I'm going to call it in the corner up there. You got to just make sure you're getting a good hit, but yeah, realistically, I looked at the dart. You see I put the extension, the full end of the jump cue away. Just to kind of size it up. Yeah, I don't think you want to go dart here. I check the cut angle, just get kind of behind the ball, ball in the corner. Make sure you get a good hit. Don't want to scratch, obviously. I am going dart. Overcut. Just slightly missed my aim there. Not by much. But good clearance on the 6-3. Made sure the cue ball was back down by the time it got to the 8. He lines up right away on the 6. I think the 2-4 is wired. He doesn't have much to worry about. Oh, dog's the 6. Gonna sell out the 8. What a game. What a game we play, guys. Of all the things that could happen, to push the 8 just to where it needs to be for me to make it. It's the kind of thing that keeps us fascinated, right? Because he could have easily, you know, the 6 could have not touched the 8 and left it up table somewhere where I couldn't make it. Tough rack. That's the end of the 8-ball set. I'm up 4-1. Down to 9-ball. Makes the 1. Pretty good cue ball. Lost it a little bit. Oh, cluster up there. 5 and the 7. I might be looking at a defensive shot if we get on the 5, but the 3's not in a great spot either. 2's very makeable on the side. I think I remember briefly entertaining the 2-9 because I didn't like the out. Not an easy combo. You're far away. Cut on the 9 in and of itself is not that challenging, but sending the 2 into the right place is pretty tough. I don't think you go for that, man. I think we just play the 2 into the side, probably play safe from the 3. Yeah, hold that cue ball. This looks pretty good. You got options from here. So thin the 3, get up behind the... block the camera, but yeah, I'd say thin the 3 and try to get the cue ball up here. Maybe play into the 6. Like have the cue ball go off the 6, something like that. This is touchy, maybe a bit touchier than it appears. You don't want the 3 to leak out. I tried it. Yeah, I tried it. The 3 came out too far. Theory was sound, but caught too much of the 3 and basically just banked the 3 back out to an open shot. The 3 goes past the 4. Nice, good stroke there. Flirted with the side pocket though, hit both points. 5-7 goes now. I nudged it. 4 takes you right to the 5. Yeah, we're looking okay. Flirt with the other side pocket. He's okay. Yeah, good habit here. Make sure you really take your time lining up these combos. Don't take them for granted. Make sure you roll all the way back around so you still have shape on the 5. Overcut the 7. We gotta look at the 5. This ball cuts. You have to put way more pace on it than you think to get back down for the 6. I don't think I love the bank. You might be tempted to shoot the bank because then the cue ball is going to stay up table. But you have to tighten that up quite a bit. It's not natural. You have to shoot the 5 tighter into the rail, not just coming straight into it because then you'll miss. What am I looking at? Something weird? I'm off the 5 into the 6-7. I think you just cut this ball. Doing low. I did try the bank. Oh, it almost went too. So that's what I was saying. You have to tighten it up into the rail. Stroke was pretty good. I think I needed to go even firmer though. Didn't miss it by much. That's what I was worried about, is making sure I had shape. Would have been good shape. You love to say that, right? You miss a ball, but you get shape. So he's got an aggressive back cut on the 5. You got to send the cue ball around, get back up for the 6. Can't really hold this ball. He banked into a safe, or tried to get safe. All right, weird position because the 5 is cutting the top side of the 6. Does not really send it towards the 7, not naturally. Go to look to see if we can sort of just mash them together, like kind of catch the top side of the 5. So instead of coming into this side of the 5, we basically go rail first. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at, the back side of the 5. See if we could cut the 6 in the right way to send it towards the 7. Worked out. Shape was never guaranteed here. So I used some spin. I used some running spin, inside English, left spin to drive the cue ball into the proper side of the 5 ball there, which cut the 6 the right way. Got to go safe. See if we can tuck the cue ball behind the 6. Good effort. Bit too full on the 5. Didn't really sell out though. I mean, he's got a reverse bank. He can bring it back to the corner. He could go safe here. He goes with. Tries to go safe. Not sure if he wanted me behind the 8 or the 6. But this is a big area. I mean, you've got big areas where you're going to give up a look at the 5. Now I've got a long straight-in shot on the 5. I like these shots because it helps me find that center, trust my stroke. I'm queuing down on it just to make sure we're hitting it like a stop shot. Bit of stun draw, I guess. But those feel good. I feel really good when I'm shooting those. If I hit those well, it feels good. It puts me into the zone. Basically, a stop shot on the 6, stop shot on the 8. Keep it simple here. Yep, nothing fancy. Roll through this guy just to get cute. Yeah, and Jordan gives that one up. See how our break looks on this one. Lost the cue ball, went right over to that side rail. One gonna dress up for me? One goes. All right. Gotta look at the 2. You could cut this. It's a pretty steep cut, but because it's a steep cut, the cue ball can stay down table. You're likely to get a look at the 3 after that. You could certainly go safe here, right? Just send the cue ball down, send the 2 ball down towards the 6, send the cue ball up table. And when I'm early in a match, sometimes I'll do that. I'll play safe just to get a feel for the table and my opponent before I'm fully in stroke. But we're pretty deep into the match at this point, and I'm wanting to capitalize on openings. Trouble is, even if you make the 2, you want to make sure you're in a good place to get from the 3 to the 4. So let's see what I go with. Am I banking it at the 9? No, I cut it. Yeah, that's what I was looking at. Overplayed it slightly? No, we're okay. It's so hard to tell. The roll on this table is a little weird, isn't it? Comes off quick and then it sort of tapers off. So we're okay. This can kind of float around. So natural cut here. You can come back out this way, or you could theoretically try to tighten it off that bottom rail. Just slide past the 5. I'm going high outside. Whoa. Bit of pace on that. We'll just push the 5 to where we want it, I guess. I'm not sure why I played it like that. That was a lot of speed. Maybe I was trying to go 3 rails to get to the 4. So 4 cuts, you can hold this ball. You have a lot of table, right? So you cut the 4, the ball comes out. You've got a lot of room where you can work the 5. Just hold it. Trusted a roll, though, which is risky, as we've seen. Good line on the 5. You can go high outside. Lots of room to come down towards the 6. Just make sure you hit it with enough pace to get down there. And it looks okay, it looks okay, it looks okay, and then bleh, it starts to die. So we're steep. We're steep on the 6. It's still playable, but how much more would we have liked it if we ended up back here? Or, you know, even down here, even somewhat straight on the 6. You got to go for this one, though, right? Bit of a stretch. Not queuing too far away from it, so I'll use my extension. Shots like this, I do prefer the feel of the extension. There are certainly times when I should be considering the bridge. Yeah, we're queuing okay. The bridge length is not too long here. Ugh. Undercut it. Caught the 6 pretty full. Are we selling out? It's a makeable shot. Control your speed. The 6 takes you right towards the 7. He's good. Float down here. Looks good. Right. Gave that one up. Silly shape from the 5 to the 6. Wing ball goes, one ball misses, but it dresses up. He's got a good look at the 1, and evidently a immediate plan on the 4. Overhit that, though. Oh, he's rapid fire now. Goes safe. Makes sense. Oh no, he was playing the carom into the 6. That's nicely played. I like that. He's got a good line on the 4. Takes him towards the 5. Punch out. Big punch. Yeah, I got a lot out of that. Back cut on the 5 into the side. Is he going in the corner? It's hard to tell. He banked it. Not sure. I don't know if he was trying to play the bank into the 7. I'll have to ask him. Or Jordan, if you're watching, let me know. Let me know what the plan was on that one. So you don't need to do anything fancy on this 5 ball. Make the ball and you get guaranteed shape on the 7. I think I hit that with inside just because I like to be fancy and unnecessarily complicate things. So inside English here takes you all the way around. I love this shot. This is one that's worth practicing if you're not comfortable with this. Just use the full table. Yeah, I wanted to be a little higher up. Angle on the 8 would have been nicer if we're higher up. But still, beautiful, right? Spin all the way around the table. I'm pretty flat on the 8, so I can kind of punch through and get behind it. Not too much you can do unless you're really willing to cheat the pocket and try to dive in to get around it. But you do risk missing the 8 ball. You can draw that. So I just got in behind it and trust your straight stroke. Pop it into the side. Solid. All right, wing ball goes. Got to look at the 1. 2 is not in a great spot. But we're on the hill. Let's see if we can negotiate this game. I'd be tempted to go safe here. You can certainly make this 1 ball, but what kind of shape are you going to get on the 2? Yeah, I remember this one. This is tricky. Think about coming off the right side of the 1 maybe and get on that other side of it. I did try to make it. I think I tried to make it with high right to keep myself down here, maybe play into the 4, play into the 3. Just didn't work out. Now I've got to kick into the backside of the 2. Yeah, bad decision. Looking at this kick. But it took weird. Caught the point up there. Giving up ball in hand. I was on the hill. So he goes for a safe, knock the 2 out, leave me frozen on the 6. I like that play because then the 2 to the 3 is going to be a little easier to manage. Really no reason to try to go aggressive 2 to the 3 from up there. I do have a look at open space. I was measuring my kick system, 2 rail kick system. Good solid hit on the 2. Don't sell it out. Ah, he's got it. It's a good hit. It's better than giving up ball in hand. A little low left here to spin back down. You want to get below the 3. He's still above it. He's got some work to do to get on the 4. That works. Use the kind of the 5 as a stopper. 5 is not in a great place now, and the shape from the 4 to the 5 is tough unless you're just willing to get above it. Maybe you try the combo. Unless you try to roll around and get under the 5. See how he goes. Tough one. Yeah, he went with like high inside, and the cue ball naturally wanted to come around, but it went into the rail and just straightened out, just kind of died. He's going to go safe here. Create some distance. Get me on the other side. I think he was going to try to split me behind the 9. But I've got a look at the 5. Carom into the 8 is on. The cross side bank is on. The safe could work, right? Come off the right side of the 5. Send the 5 down here. Send the cue ball up table. Couple options. Yeah, I go safe. Good speed. Yeah, nice speed there. He's got an open kick. I would definitely look at this side. Oh, that was close. It was really close. All right, ball in hand on the hill. Do we get out? That one looks good. Got enough of an angle on the 6 to come back across table for the 8. Just kind of a punchy draw off the 8 to pull back up for the 9. Yep. Open that one up a little bit. Could have come with low outside. Just like a snip draw almost to come down towards the 8. But at this point, I just want to really secure this game. Good smooth draw stroke to pull back up for the 9. Oh. Too much. So we overcut that ball. It was not in the center of the pocket. But we're okay. just gotta earn it here for the win. Attaboy. All right. Yeah. Good match. Well played to Jordan. Really good shooting with him. And yeah, as always, remember the YouTube stuff. If you're here at the end of the video and not subscribed, you should definitely subscribe. Love having you guys here. Love the comments. Learning a lot from this. Getting better every time. Lots more matches coming up. So Masters is coming up again soon. I only play once a month. And it's not this coming weekend, but the following. So I'll get a couple more matches from Masters. I should have 3 more videos coming out of that. And then I am also trying to get to weekly 9-ball leagues, so you're going to see more of those as well. But yeah, plenty more. Working on the break video, working on the jump video, and the book review. There's a lot going on. So stay tuned, and subscribing is the best way to know when things come out. That's the last time I'm going to say it this video, though, so you're off the hook. But thank you for being here, and I will see you guys again soon.